We're gonna go get crafty with Leigh-Ann. Let's go. Hey, LA. Okay, we're making planters, and you are very good at making planters.
Well, thank you.
And these might be the best ones you have ever made.
Well, I'm pretty proud of these ones, and mainly because I feel like they look really expensive.
They do.
These Parisian pots, but they all start from the base of my favorite place to shop, and that's the dollar store, to pick up some terracotta pots.
You would never believe in a million years that these are this.
Right.
Like, that is an incredible transformation.
And I have to say, there are a few steps involved with this project, but you don't have to do them all. You can kind of pick and choose. You don't necessarily need to do the stamped embellishment, which I'm going to show you how to do. But if you're going to go for it, you might as well just go for it. So let's go for it.
Let's go for it.
Step one is we're going to prime the pots.
Yeah.
So I've used Zinsser spray primer, and I would say that this is the perfect project for anyone who has never spray painted before and is a little nervous about their skill. This is great because make a mess. Test out your technique. If you get some drips, which I have a couple, there's a couple scrapes on here, that's great because the goal is to make these pots look aged and a little weathered, so they don't need to be perfect.
Good.
This is not a perfect project.
That's music to my ears.
Right?
Because it's not going to be
Well,
perfect.
you know what? It will get perfect with practice, so let this be a practice project for you.
Okay.
Now, the next step after we've primed is to add a textured spray paint. Now, I was pretty stoked about this because basically, if you can see the difference, actually, let me put these together. You can see from the prime to the texture. The way I achieved that is through this stone accent spray paint. It basically sprays on a texture.
Is it so it's bumpy?
Yeah, you can feel it.
Oh,
it's got
that's
this really cool kind of rough texture on it. Now, you can put on a couple of coats and really build this up. I just did one coat. The reason why I found this product really useful, not just for the cool visual texture, but it also gave me a great base to do a little faux finish, if you will. A little harken back to the 80s, if you remember the sponge painted walls. We're not quite doing that.
We can't forget.
As much as we try, we just can't forget. The way that I achieved this is over the white base, I took a lint-free cloth, dipped it in some water, and I'm using chalked paint. So I love using chalk paint because it's really pliable, it's easy to use, so I'm using a color called Country Gray. And the goal with this is just to, again, create that old world kind of weathered look. So you can dab it on and then rub it as much as you want. And don't let it be too perfect and precious. You want some areas darker than others.
The more imperfect, the better.
That's it. That's it. And once you have kind of a look that you love, so it literally looks like we've rolled this around in dirt, which is exactly what we want, we're going to add some more dirt.
Okay.
Real dirt.
So if you make a mistake on this, is there any going back, or do you just kind of...
This is why I love chalk paint so much. If you're looking at it, you're like, I don't love it, take your wet cloth and it'll wipe right off until it's dry. So you can start again. Basically, it's very, very forgiving. Great question, Tracy.
Okay.
So let's get to the dirty part. Let's
what
get
are we
dirty.
Gonna do?
So we are going
go
to
to the garden, dig up some soil,
or go back to the dollar store and buy yourself a bag of moss. They have decorative moss. And I put this in my dry grinder at home. Like, you don't, that's not something that I say I do every day, but you know, it happens. And it just makes it a little more fine. And then what we're going to do, I'll use our demo pot here. I have a little bit of craft glue with a sponge, and just kind of very randomly, I like dabbing it on the top and kind of the bottom edge. And then we are going to make it rain with some moss.
So it looks like it's just been discarded in your side yard, and it's just sitting there all cracked and mossy.
Exactly, and once that's dry, I went back in and I gave it like a little rub.
That's so good.
Right? And it cakes on so nicely. You can see how well it's stuck on there.
It looks good, it looks dirty.
Right?
That's what we want.
That's exactly So you could essentially stop here.
Yes.
But we are not going to.
No.
We're going to take it to the next level.
Because you're LA.
Because it's the DIY special.
That's
And we're going to do some more DIY.
Yeah.
I found a product that I am super excited about. It doesn't take much to like get me going. This I have gotten going with these.
It got you going.
This is a company called Iron Orchid Designs, and they make these really cool stamps. And if you're thinking, what's really cool about them, Leigh-Ann? Because I know you are.
What's really cool about them,
I could read
Leigh-Ann?
your face, Tracy. These stamps are flexible. Look at this. So they're super, super durable.
Why is that cool?
Because we can stamp curved surfaces like pots, right?
Got it.
So what we're going to do, so if you'll notice on the pots, I've kind of got some negative space here. And if you have too much moss, you can just wipe that off. So I'm going to put that to the side. I have one stamp that I've already used. We're going to place that down, and I'm using some more chalked paint, this time in a color called charcoal.
Okay.
And I'm going to offload my roller. I'm using a foam roller because it'll give a nice even coat. And I'm quite literally just going to roll right over the stamp. And
if the stamping on gets a little messy, is it a big deal? I mean, if this is an aged little...
No, it can be super messy.
Yeah. Do you want me to do anything?
It can be as messy. Do you want to, you know what? No.
Hold it?
Give me some pressure on the stamp.
Okay, got it.
Push some stamp action down
Like
there
that?
for me. Yes.
I hope I don't break the pot.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
So do you don't stick it down or anything? You just hold it there for a while?
Yep, this might be a little overkill, but I like your technique.
Okay.
No, it's good, it's good. And then we're going to,
oh no,
not
good enough.
We're gonna give it a little extra zhuzh.
Perhaps?
Well, blame me. Maybe we needed more paint.
No, because it's from like 1805. It's supposed to be like that. It got washed up on the shore.
Can I show you the beautiful thing?
Yeah.
This is the better example with chalk paint. Oh, it didn't work out well. I'm just going to wipe it off, and we are going to try that again.
Forgiving thing I've ever seen.
Right? So we can go for it again.
So
but
put a ton of paint on it.
You want a ton?
I think so.
We might go to the other extreme with this.
Okay, it might just be a big blob.
No. This is
Press,
good. I'm feeling good. I'm
press.
feeling good about this.
Good about that?
We ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
It's a little blobby.
It's perfect. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Oh my God, look at it. Look.
Wait, we can do that again.
Oh my gosh. How'd you do it so perfectly on TV?
Gifted. It's a gift. It really is.
Listen, I said she was good at making planters, and she is excellent at making planters. She made a different kind of DIY planter on the show recently, made out of an old wine bottle. Do you remember that? It was so good. It went viral.
Crazy.
So head to Cityline's Instagram page to check it out. I can't even say I'm surprised because she's that good. Give it up for LA.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.